All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to GSR Gonzo Sports Room, Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. I'm Gonzo, joined by OG Tony, Big Glenn, and Justin Terrell. What's up, fellas?
Doing good, man. Uh, Everything else, man. It was a great weekend. We got to see some WCWO over the week or on Friday. For me personally, you guys got to cover on pretty much the whole weekend. So
Yeah, yeah, still recovering. Pretty much recovered. Yesterday I was tired. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I know that feeling all too well, man. Doing NASCAR weekends every day, and it takes your body probably at least a day and a half window to get right.
I don't know how some of them wrestlers do it, man. I think the top guy did 11 matches. I don't know how you do 11 matches in 3 days. Uh, and plus the guy that did the 11 matches, it was physical too. It was physical matches.
Mhm.
It wasn't
That's
no no. It was I believe it was Mark Magnus, wasn't it, Chris? I don't know if Chris can hear me or not.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember if Mark was number one or not now.
I thought Mark was number one.
yeah.
I'm almost positive he was. Maybe it was two, but whoever it was 11. There was a few that had 10, few had 9. Uh, Justin, you being a pro wrestler, have you ever wrestled that many matches in a 2 or 3 day period?
Um, I think the most I probably wrestled was 5 or 6, but that's
Okay.
because I've traveled here to here to here. I don't think I've done like an all day, 3 days, 4 days, all day shows like a convention type thing. I haven't done one of
Okay.
those.
So how hard is that on your body to do 4 or 5 matches in one day or 2 days?
Uh, I mean, it can be really hard. It can be especially depending on what it is. I'm trying to remember. It was I would say I wrestled Johnny Crisis later in the night, but we had a fair or a festival. We had a tournament, and then it ended up the next day we had me and Crisis wrestled, and I did a Canadian Destroyer on a semi trailer.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
but yeah, like as far as the weekend, I used to do it like 3 4 times a weekend, like and every weekend I mean, it could really be draining on your body.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I can imagine. I know Magnus was up here. I know Noble's numbers was up here. Dex wasn't quite as high. He's probably around 6 or 7 matches. Same with the highlight reel and those guys. But some of the other talent, there was several that had Jackson Morgan. I think was around 9 or 10 matches. Uh, but we had one with 11. I'm almost positive it was Almost positive it was Magnus that had the 11.
Tony, the guy that Dex faced on the last match of the first night, man, he looked like you could wrestle him, man.
Oh yeah, what one guy from Louisville, Kentucky. He was from.
Yeah,
I
something
don't think
hair
he
or
was
something
a.
like that.
Yeah, I don't think he was a lot taller than me.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I when I was sitting in the chair next to the guy with the buff bagel hat, man, and the megaphone, when he walked around to do his entrance, man, he looked like he was about maybe at the height of my head.
yeah, I'm gonna say he's probably. What do you think, Chris? About 5'2", 5'3"?
If that,
Yeah, he was a small guy, but I tell you, he was pretty damn good.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he was definitely good. That last match was fantastic.
yeah, he wasn't much over. He wasn't much over 5 foot.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a great weekend. Well, guys, let's jump into some sports and let's jump into some NBA. Interesting weekend. The Knicks win 2 games in a row, jump out to 2-0, and now yesterday the Spurs come back and won a game at New York. They play tomorrow. I believe it's tomorrow night at New York again. The Spurs really need to win that game to stay in the series, in my opinion. Uh, but Chris, your thoughts on the Spurs next series so far?
It's been a real good series. Really, Spurs should be up 2-1. In my opinion, they should have won that game. Game two. in San Antonio, and they blew it. If you look at it, they've had the lead with 2 minutes or less in all 3 games,
Yeah.
and they messed around. And I think some of their youth showed at the end of the games, the first 2 games, and they lost those, and they were able to close the one out last night. So yeah, Knicks got up 2-0, but it wasn't like they were just blowing them out either. Like Spurs controlled. Spurs have outplayed the Knicks more quarters than not in these 3 games, but the first 2 games, Knicks outplayed them when it mattered the most there at the end. And then last night, but I mean, the Spurs. I still think the Spurs are going to win this series, and I think it's going to be because of their defense. If like everybody, you had a lot of people complaining last night about the refs that in the second half, the Spurs shot 24 free throws and the Knicks only shot 8. If you look at the fouls called, I think there was one more foul called on the Knicks and the Spurs the whole game. Problem was the Knicks got 3 quick fouls right there at the beginning of the fourth quarter and got the Spurs in the bonus. That's why the Spurs shot so many free throws in the second half was that. But that wasn't why they lost the game. They lost the game because of the Spurs defense. Yeah, Brunson had 32 points, but how many shots did it take him to get those 32 points? And they quit worrying about double teaming him as much, going back to using Wembanyama as a roamer down in the middle and make these other guys hit shots to beat you. And the Knicks went back to Jalen Brunson dribbling the ball until it gets late in the shot clock, and then passing it to one of these guys and them having to try to hit a clutch shot at the end of the shot clock. They weren't playing the team basketball that they'd been playing when they won these 13 games in a row, where Karl Anthony Towns was kind of running the point and facilitating. Hell, I think he might have had one assist the whole game last night, if that. And he didn't score in the fourth quarter. The last 2 games, Karl Anthony Towns hadn't scored in the fourth quarter. But the Spurs defense has been impressive. Even in that game too, we were watching at the hotel, and I told you during the game, I said, "Look at their defense. Time that the Knicks even get a chance to even try to get in their offense. There was already down to 9-10 seconds left in the shot clock. It was taking them that long to get the ball up the court and to even try to get in a set because of the Spurs pressure, and they continued that last night. I was kind of surprised. The Knicks was a team that looked nervous and out of sorts at the beginning of that game last night. Not the Spurs. I think the atmosphere got there in New York with everything going on, got to the Knicks more than did the Spurs, and that was a little surprising. Did you guys see Danhausen at the finals last night?
Yeah, I got a lot to talk about that game from last night and stuff, but I'll let you finish, Gonzo.
But no, Dan, I don't know which broadcast you watched, but Danhausen made a couple appearances on McAfee's broadcast of the finals. And so, yeah, McAfee's broadcast was good. It was good. And I thought he done a real good job for first time doing play-by-play of a basketball game. I thought he done good on that too. But yeah, they had Danhausen and Tracy Morgan was on there talking about the statue.
Yeah,
was going to get pregnant.
Shit, yeah. If the Knicks
last night, if the Knicks won, and yeah, it was a good broadcast that McAfee done on ESPN. But no, it's been great finals. But I still think the Spurs are going to win the series. I think the Spurs are going to win tomorrow night, and then you got 2 out of the last 3 games at home. I know the home team hasn't won yet in this series, but yeah, I think the Knicks have to get back to the ball moving. The ball was sticking too much last night for the Knicks.
Yeah, it's a big game for the Knicks tomorrow. I think I agree with you. I think if the Knicks lose that game tomorrow, they lose the series. So if they want a chance to win the series, I think they've got to win this game and go up 3 games. I really do. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
Yes, I got a lot to talk about this because I had to pretty much have the TV on all afternoon yesterday. Yeah, I think the Knicks, the crowd got to him in that way, because he had with the political stuff, with Trump coming in, and he had I guess the MSG's employees had to start arriving at like noon and shit because the security stuff, man, which makes sense how locked down it was. Then Danhausen doing his thing. which that was amazing. You know that they had like a little deal going on with them and ESPN and some hat housing and shit. Even though that's not our team, but it's pretty cool to see that. But he's not the reason why they lost. But anyways, the reason why they lost really is honestly because their offense was Knicks' offense was quite constipated last night. However, I still think the Knicks get it done on Saturday night, so that means we're gonna have the first home win of the series tomorrow. Then the Knicks gonna close it out in San Antonio on Saturday.
Oh, gentleman's sweep is what
Yep.
Glenn's saying. Yeah, the thing about last night I thought was looking at the stats, the Knicks' bench didn't play as well as they've been playing. They didn't do a lot, so I thought that was a big factor too.
Wasn't
Justin,
Josh Hart the one that scored only 2 points or something like that?
May have been. Justin, your thoughts?
I thought the series has been chippy and very competitive and good. I agree with you guys. I think if San Antonio wins, they win the series. And I agree with Chris. They should already be up 2-1. They let one, the first game they kind of let slip away at the end, but with their youth. But then they really let one slip away with the bad call from Wemby. And Wemby took all that and put it on his back. It showed on game 3. I really don't give a crap of whose fault it was. It was obviously the team's fault. The coach. Whether the officiating was bad, who cares? The team didn't do enough to win the game. Cool. The president was there. That's cool. Good job. But we don't have to make a big deal about it. If it was Barack Obama or if it was Joe Biden or if it was somebody else other than Trump, who everybody hates, we wouldn't have an issue.
Yep.
So I stay out of it. That's why, it's not a big deal to me because I see the celebrities there. The president has every right to go watch a sporting event because he's a human being just like everybody else.
Absolutely.
So, I think if Knicks win, Knicks win tomorrow, then they win the series. If Spurs win tomorrow, I think Spurs in 7.
Okay. All right. Chris, you got any more thoughts?
Other than if the Knicks are going, if the Knicks are going to win the series, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have to show up in the fourth quarter of these games. Like even the game 2, they end up winning it, but he didn't score in the fourth quarter of that game. And against this Spurs team, he's going to have to play better in the fourth if they're going to win the series.
Yeah, because they're going to need him besides Brunson to close out.
If you look at Brunson's numbers, like Brunson, everybody's, oh yeah, he's playing great. He ain't had a great finals. Like he's shooting 30-something percent. He scored 82 points in the finals so far. You know how many shots he's took in the finals?
A whole lot.
81. So he has 82 points off 81 shots. That's not good.
Like, not at all.
No.
Yeah,
he did in the first 2 games hit some big shots there at the end of the game.
Key baskets, yeah.
But if you look at his numbers, he's not. And San Antonio done the same thing to SGA. Look at SGA's numbers. He was shooting in the 30%. Like for the Knicks to win the series, it's going to take some of these other guys to step up. And Anunoby had 29 last night, but they didn't have that third guy come along, and they have to have a third guy. And that's where Karl-Anthony Towns has to be that guy. Mikal Bridges or Towns couldn't hit nothing last night. Absolutely. I'm not a Knicks fan at all, but I'm not a fan of either team, but I can't root for the Knicks, so I'm hoping the Spurs win just because of that. But if the Knicks are going to win, Karl-Anthony Towns is going to have to play a lot better.
Yeah. My thing is even with Brunson having as bad as of a series that he's had, he's still a favorite to win the MVP, which is crazy to me. If I was to put a bet down right now on who would win MVP, we're almost halfway through the series, I'll probably put my money on Karl-Anthony Towns because of his work that he's gonna have to do with Wembanyama, so that's more impactful than Brunson throwing up a bunch of shots, and having a good couple scoring outputs at the end of the game, to tilt one way or the other.
Yeah, one thing about Wemby real quick in that second game, I know he made a couple mistakes at the end that some people say cost him the game, but Wemby came back and played really good in that second half. If he don't do what he does in the second half, they're not even in the game anymore. So I think he was big getting them back in the game. So I know he made that pass he made was a very, again, me and Chris said this, and I agreed with him. When they got that rebound, they should have called timeout.
Yep.
Instead of trying to go up the court, and they would have had that mistake. But
was it Castle that looked up too quickly and wasn't thinking, or what? But that just shows youth on that,
Well, it shows you got youthful players, and then you also have a young coach. Like that coach is only like 39 years old. Like, and
my age.
He's only been a head coach a season and a half, basically. Because this was his first full season as head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year he took over like halfway through the season last year for Popovich.
Okay, so guys.
Guy's a young coach, so he's still learning as well.
That's true. Let's move on to some NHL. Crazy games in the NHL so far, man. Vegas is up in the series 2-1. They're playing right now. They're tied in the third period, 3-3 in the third period with about over 14 minutes left in that game.
I'm a minute ahead of you, but that's because I'm a minute ahead of you because I'm local. You want me to give you an update, Tony?
Go ahead.
Hurricane just scored.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. 4-3.
So the Hurricanes are ahead now 4-3 with under 14 minutes left. I don't know where they're at. Okay, 13-28. But it was crazy. Carolina jumped out in the game one and got a big lead, and Vegas came back and won that game. I'm trying to remember now. But the Saturday night when the series tied 1-1, Vegas got up 4-0 and let Carolina come back and about win the game. It went to 2 overtimes and Vegas won and now lead the series 2-1. But they are here and Vegas won the first 2 games of the series.
No.
Carolina won the first
Vegas won game 1. Carolina won game 2.
That's right. I'm thinking of the other series where they
and then Vegas won game 3.
Game 3. And there's the goal. I'm just seeing the goal now. Been a great series so far. I'm hoping Vegas can come back and win this one. I think that going 2-2, Vegas is a really good team. So is Carolina. Carolina gets off to them fast starts. They jumped off to a 3-1 lead today, and at the end of the first period, they are hot early, and you've got to be able to withstand that. And Vegas has so far been able to withstand it, but again, Carolina just took the lead.
Yeah, my thing with the Vegas is they're sitting on 16 shots right now, and they're going to need to get that up to about 20 or more if they want to at least tie this game, because being that many shots back compared to Carolina, essentially with the machine gun with the puck or whatever, it's going to be that's kind of hard to be able to combat.
That's the thing with Carolina, man. It seems like once they score a goal, a lot of times they'll score them in bunches. They do that a lot. So we'll see what Vegas can do. Anybody got any thoughts on the NHL?
Outside of that, no. I just hope Vegas wins.
From what I've watched of it, it's been a good series. Games have been all the games have been coming down to the end. I expect this one tonight to do the same thing. But to me, from what I've seen, it's going to come down to the goalies. Neither goalie from each side has been able to really shut down the other team. I think these last couple of games is going to come down to which goalie plays better, and I think that's going to be the team that's going to win the series.
Yep. Okay, guys, let's switch over to some Major League Baseball. The Reds are playing right now. They're up 2-0 in the bottom of the third. That don't mean anything. They've been blowing a lot of games lately. They're 3 games under 500. 2-8 their last 10. Cubs playing a little bit better now, but not a lot. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They are 2 games over 500. Brewers are really playing really well right now. They're 41-33, leading the division. Braves are leading the East with 45-21 record, and the Dodgers are leading their division in the West 43 to 43 to 24 is their record right now. Let's take a look at the American League. Rays and the Yankees are tied in their division. Guardians are 37-32, leading their division. Central, and in the West, the Mariners are 36-32. Only team in their division over 500, and they're ahead in that division, the American League West. Justin, you got any thoughts on your Cubbies?
They need to get their heads out of their ass. But no, again, it's still early. We're getting closer to the All-Star break, so hopefully, we'll start seeing the bats heat up and the defense play better. But yeah, we're starting to figure it out and not have the struggles. So hopefully, we can get back on some winning streaks.
And Chris, your thoughts on the Cincinnati Reds?
It's been rough here the last few weeks, but just injuries finally caught up with them. I mean, I still think we have a pretty, as the Padres just scored a run. I still think we have a pretty solid team. Our problem was early in the year, our pitching was winning this games because we couldn't hit the ball. Well, then we had pitchers get hurt, start hitting the ball a little better, and then we lose Dela Cruz for some games. It looks like he's going to be back pretty soon. Tony Abbott's right. Bullpen arms killing us right now.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, injuries to the bullpen, losing Ashcraft to the 60-day IL hurt us. Yeah, we got a lot of injuries, and with being in the amount of money that the Reds ownership spends on the team, we don't have the depth where we can afford to lose 4 or 5 guys. We just don't have that kind of depth.
Well, the 8th and 9th innings killing us right now. We'll be in the lead or tied. Don't have a closer.
Pantheon, he ain't been worth a crap. Pagan wasn't great before he got hurt.
It was better than what we had, but yeah, still not great. I agree. We're. I mean, also in the last few games, when we get late in the games, we can't even get the bat on the damn ball. Strikeout. Not playing very good at all right now.
No, and it's a lot like if you look, a lot of the guys that were good for us last year, and then they made some moves to add to it, and then them guys are having not even near the years they had last year. Like TJ Friedel was one of the best leadoff hitters in baseball last year, and then now he's not even on the roster right now. Like he can't even hit a ball this year. And if you look at his numbers, he was one of the top leadoff hitters last year. And then you just have guys that like Noelvi Marte. He struggles when he comes up to the majors, but when he's in the minors, he hits 400. But when he comes up to majors, he chases way too many pitches. Last night, all you have to do is do the breaking ball. He's going to swing at it. He swung at 3 breaking balls in the dirt, like it seemed like every at bat last night.
Yeah, it's been kind of hard to watch as of late, but it's still early. Like you guys said, it's early. It's got some time to turn it around. I worry that we're going to be out of it so much that I just don't want to be sellers. I seen an article today that said that the Yankees are going to end up with De La Cruz.
Shit, yeah, Frankie, the Yankee was sure to hell love that.
I don't think De La Cruz is going. They ain't going to get rid of De La Cruz this year. If they get rid of De La Cruz, it's going to be when his contract is. I think we have him for another 2 or 3 years, and that's when it'll be where he's probably going. Yeah.
All right, guys.
And like Abbott said, Gino hasn't been able to get going. He hit 49 home runs last year. Between injuries, and then when he has been back, since he's been back, he's been in a slump. The biggest bright spot's been JJ Bleday. How the guys that they picked up, he's been pounding the ball here lately. And Chase Burns on the mound has been pretty good.
De La Cruz was playing well too.
De La Cruz was having his best season before he got hurt.
Excuse me.
I heard I think he's the chance he might be back for that game we're going to Friday.
Yeah, I hope so. And the weather looking pretty good now for Friday too. I just seen. I looked at. Okay, guys, let's move into some NASCAR. Big Glenn, what'd you think of the NASCAR race this past weekend?
The race went pretty much as we all expected it to. I think we all picked Denny Hamlin to win, and he won.
Yeah, he did.
It was a good race though. I'll tell you what though, Chase Elliott was looking good for a minute, then he ran into my other guy, because he tried to shove it down in there too much, and the car gave way. And I'll tell you what, man, that Christopher Bell hit was one hell of a hit. They I guess Christopher Bell fractured his wrist in that and stuff, because you remember that picture I sent in our group chat the other night after the race was over. That little sling and whatever that he was in was pretty thick, so I knew it wasn't good. But the good thing is that he will be racing this weekend. So,
he will be.
Well, there went the Reds. There went the Reds lead.
Yeah.
2-2 game. Machado just hit a single driving a run.
Got Hurricanes taking over the lead and Reds shit in the bed. So
Reds shit in the bed.
Yeah, I tell you what though,
it's so early in the Reds game. It's only third inning. Still a long way to go.
But IndyCar, man, that was amazing.
Padres haven't been playing very good baseball coming into this series either.
Yeah. No. Did they get the lead back up to the Dodgers?
Yeah, Dodgers up 3 or 4 games now.
Yeah, the Padres had a 2-8 in their last 10 or something coming in this series against the Reds. They've been struggling.
Yeah, the IndyCar on Sunday night, we had a couple of rain delays that pretty much the race went until like after midnight on Fox. But the guy that I picked won on Sunday in IndyCar, that being Justin Newgarden.
Yeah, that's who you picked.
I remember I picked Palou and Newgarden, but Palou, I think ran out of gas on the restart. And
yeah, he did.
And when he came back around, he was going quite slow in the pit road and stuff. So then by the time he got back out there, because the IndyCar is so fast and that's like barely a mile of track, end up a lap or two down quite quickly. So, but I figured Justin Newgarden would get back in the winning column and stuff.
Yeah, I seen
one of his better tracks.
Ericsson got second, and so yeah, both races pretty good races. I seen some of both races. I didn't see all of it, but it was pretty good.
I'm just surprised that they ran all the laps because I didn't realize there wasn't a curfew in St. Louis, but it's right off the highway, so it kind of makes sense. And it's kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. It's out in the middle of nowhere, but it isn't, because you can still see the St. Louis skyline and stuff like that. And then if you go down the highway about 1.5 miles or 2 miles, you do see some residential, but that area is out in the open, so which makes sense.
Real quick, I want to touch on something that internet fans been going crazy about with WWE, and then we'll get out of here. Just to touch on this real quick. They got the King and the Queen of the Ring going on, and so far in the King of the Ring tournament, the 3 people who have won the matches, Obafemi and Dominic Mysterio, they'll meet on Monday. Javon Evans won his bracket, which featured Seth Rollins, Tyler Tonga, and Ricky Saints. I was really shocked because I really thought Seth Rollins was going to come out of this bracket. He'll take on the winner of Jey Uso, LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Finn Balor. Javon Evans will. But some of the fans are going crazy. Now they're bitching. They're saying that Triple H takes no chances. Now they put Javon over, pick him over Seth Rollins. And now people are saying, how big of an idiot. You had it set up for Seth Rollins, and you could have Seth Rollins win that tournament and take on Roman Reigns. Well, what are you doing? What's he gonna do to make you guys happy? Jesus Christ. I mean,
nothing, because exactly how it works, Tony. They'll always find something to talk about. Like the Opa finish from Clash, everybody's upset. A lot of people are upset about that. But I mean, I'm a big Opa fan, but I was okay with that because I could see division, but they can't see division, and I ain't talking about Logan Paul and those fuckers, you know.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think about that?
You can't make them happy. It's either WWE's too predictable, or they do something that, and then when they do something that nobody's expecting, and they catch people off guard, then they're the stupidest motherfuckers alive. So like it's
Yeah.
they can't win either way. I don't have a problem. I think it's good that they're pushing Evans. I don't think there's a problem with that at all. You don't like Rollins don't have to be king of the ring to go after Roman Reigns. Like there's
No.
all different ways you can do that if that's what you want to do. Like, so, yeah, I think it's good. Like everybody's always bitching that they don't make no stars. WWE can't make stars. They never push their young guys, and then when they do, it's the worst thing ever. So
Yeah.
like I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, I didn't either. And right now, I think they want to stick with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Still a lot of meat on that bone. So I think they'll get to Seth and Roman at some point. I think still in the future. Justin, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everybody else. You're not going to make anybody happy. I mean, it's again, it's the big company, and as you could tell, Linda McMahon's in the politics. They go to Triple H and Stephanie. They go visit the White House a little bit. So of course everybody hates them now. It's fucking bull. It's bullshit.
Triple H is part of the physical fitness thing for Trump. He's part of that physical fitness.
Again, like, hey, just because you do something and serve the community, regardless, you don't have to like the guy, but you can still work with the guy.
Yeah, still put go to the shows and shit like that, like we all do.
I mean, I was a soldier. We're taught to obey,
to obey
whoever the president is commander in the chief. That is the leader of the military. So we had to respect the leader of our military.
Yeah.
Regardless of who it was. That's how it is. So that's why I don't get into politics. But again, like, once again, they're involved. They're helping Orange Man, and everybody fucking hates him.
Helping Orange Man. Now, in the women's side, a lot of people threw a fit when they put Liv Morgan into the tournament. When they did that, I didn't have a problem with it because you know what the storyline was going to be. She wants both belts. She's going to win the tournament, and she gets her shot at the other champion. So I mean, there's story there, and she won her bracket, her side, and now she'll take on the winner of Saruka, Lyra Valkyria, and Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill. So she'll meet one of them. Now on the other side, you got Io Sky against Raquel Rodriguez. There's story there. If Raquel wins and Liv wins, they can meet in the finals of the Queen of the Ring. So there's story there. So I have no problem with any of that, personally. But some people, I don't know. Who would you guys rather see take on Liv Morgan? Saruka, Lyra Valkyrie, Charlotte Flair, or Jade Cargill?
I'm in the middle between Sol Ruka and Charlotte.
Neither one of them, because the way I see it, it reminds me of Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
Okay. So you think it's going to be a match between them two? That's what you think is going to happen?
I think it should be.
Rodriguez?
I think it should be.
Tejada bomb harass to hell, I guess.
And I think Raquel should go over, and they should kick Raquel out.
Possibility. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I would rather see either Raquel or if you don't go that way, Sol Ruka.
Now there is another story.
I'm a big Sol Ruka fan, so I like to give her that. But
with her with the
But, no, I
Intercontinental
agree
Champion
with
already.
Justin. I think going the Rodriguez way is probably, to me, be the best thing.
There is another story, and I agree with that. I have a problem either way they do that. I have no problem. Yeah, even if Liv Morgan took on Rhea Ripley, there's story there. And Raquel would be a good story. Also, the other story, you got Io Sky. If she was to win the tournament and took on and would face Rhea, there's a big story there because her and Rhea's had great matches and Rhea's never beat her. So I think they're set up for some good stories there on the women's side. So I have no issues either way. But people just bitch and complain. I thought, Chris, have you seen Raw Monday Night Raw yet?
No.
I thought Raw was a really, really good episode. Justin, have you checked it out yet?
And I watched bits and pieces of it. I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. What about you, Glenn?
I think I caught the end of it because I was taking care of something else. You
I
know,
plan on watching it. I plan on watching it tomorrow night.
It's
The Reds play at 4:00 in the afternoon tomorrow, so I won't be watching the Reds at 10:00 at night like the last two nights. So I'll watch Raw tomorrow night when I get done working.
it was very, very good.
And I guess actually after we do our shows, I forgot we have two shows tomorrow.
Yeah, Gonzo, when you go out DoorDash, tomorrow before you get started watching that game, you'll probably, instead of delivering that last order, you'll probably take it home from.
Well, guys, you got anything before we get out of here?
Nope.
I do not, man. I'm looking forward to going live tomorrow night in the middle of game 3 or game 4.
That's true.
What do you guys think about this judge giving this Brendan Sorsby an injunction, and now he's going to be able to play college football this year after all the gambling?
Well, the rumor has it that all the schools are boycotting Texas Tech.
Yeah, they're talking about it. I don't know if they will or not.
Yeah, they're
they got a judge in Texas to approve an injunction where. So now he'll get to play football because college NCAA is appealing it, but their court date that they gave him is in February of 2027. So
after the season's over.
Yeah.
So he placed he done all that betting. Even actually even bet on a team he was on, which was IU, which I hate to say, but he did. But he done all that. He's going to get suspended for 2 games. He's going to sit out the first 2 games of the season. He's going to get to play the rest of the season. And you had a wrestler from Iowa that bet on a Iowa basketball game, and he lost the whole season of eligibility. You've had players that bet $10 lose a whole season of eligibility, but this guy that's bet
these guys should sue
$900,000 or something worth of bets gets to play. Is going to get to play. I think it's a terrible precedent that's being set, but it's going to be interesting to see the fallout because, like Justin said, some of these teams are talking about boycotting Texas Tech, not in just the football, in all sports.
Well, and you got to look at
that's crazy.
Yeah. And you got to look at it this way too, like the NCAA, they really don't have control of anything.
They have no power. They have no power because, like the NCAA, but they said he was basically banned. His eligibility was done. He wasn't going to get to play this year, and then this judge just overrules it. And
how does NCAA have no power over their own?
Because every time they try to make a decision, these judges let these guys sue them and file these injunctions to get out of it. That's why the NCAA is with Congress right now trying to get a thing where they get the antitrust laws and stuff where they like the NFL has. Where then they'll have power where they're you follow the rules or you're out. But until
the judge shouldn't have no power
like that, nobody has it. They have no power.
Yeah, so that's a lot of things of why people are kind of mad that NCAA trying to get those trust acts passed because the NCAA or the NIL is just going to be outrageous to begin with anyways. And the fact that the NCAA is not monitoring it and letting all these schools, and I'll even say Notre Dame as one too, all these big name schools are spending millions upon millions of dollars. Yeah. And not only that, but getting millions upon millions in donations to the NIL deals and or to NIL funds to fund these players. Indiana, or University of Indiana, is number one in NIL money. They are the number one college in the NCAA for basketball and football and spending in NIL. They want to play, and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I didn't think it was that deep, Gonzo, when he's talking about all the whole athletic programs that have games against Texas Tech. We're all going to boycott. That's pretty fucking serious, if you ask me.
Big 12 right now, all the Big 12 teams headed by BYU and I can't think of the other one. But it's BYU and someone else who's heading it. They are basically, all of them are having meetings, basically trying to boycott them.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I just hope they can get sorted out, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anytime soon.
What all ends up happening out of it, but yeah, it's crazy. They got to get they got to get something. I'm all for the players getting paid. Like, players should get paid because of all the money that's getting generated. They should get paid something.
Yeah.
But there has to be some kind of guardrails and stuff as well, because it's out of control right now. And what's going to happen? Yeah, everybody's making all this money right now, but the money's it's going to run out. Like, you got a lot of these teams paying $40-50 million just for their football roster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, they keep doing that. Where's all this money going to keep coming from? You're going to start losing all these other sports that don't generate that kind of money. Like it's right the way it is right now. It's not sustainable. It's just not. Like, we're eventually these donors aren't going to keep giving this money, especially if, like, you're a team and all these donors are donating all this money and you're not winning.
Yeah. Well, IU be okay. We got Mark Cuban. We got a billionaire, so we'll be all right.
Well, like last year. IU wasn't even near the top last year in NIL for football. They'd spent like 15 million or something on their roster for last year when they won the national championship. Now they're like you just said, they're spending a lot more money, but that's what happens when you win a national championship, and now more people want to donate money.
And now at one point they had the number one recruited class for basketball this year. I don't know if they're still number one or not, but they were.
Yeah, they're up there. Like, IU a couple years ago decided they were going to commit to trying to win again, and like Justin said, that in this landscape, that's what it takes. If you want to win, it takes money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's crazy how quickly IU figured that out. But it's just the landscape we're in now. Ohio State, unfortunately, is going to have to get used to it.
Well, guys, we'll get out of here. Tomorrow, we've got GWR Independent Pro Wrestling Spotlight.
I am once we get off here. Damn.
With Will Asher, and that's at 8:00 tomorrow.
Only 2 pumps. Only 2 pumps.
And then,
you get a fine if we're 3.
And then
trifecta hat trick.
Also tomorrow night, 10:00, got Hot Seat with those G Tony and the gang. Guys need to have 3 questions each.
Wow, ball questions tomorrow night gonna be good.
Oh, so, yeah, they are.
Guys, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right.
Send it like Chase Elliott to the wall.
All right, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Follow on all social media pages at Gonzo Sports Room as well. And we will see you guys tomorrow.